money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Wednesday to you all. I hope that you are having an amazing day thus far. I am super ecstatic about today and all the great things that are going to come with it. And so, if you're watching me live, let me know where you're watching from. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are all watching me from today. Let me know who's here. And I want to share some things with you all because I know that it's definitely timely. I know that it's going to bless many of you. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with what it is that I'm going to share. But first, of course, you know I'm going to start off with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everyone. So today I want to talk to you about that B word, as you see titled in this video. And you're probably wondering, what in the world is Sharita talking about, right? Well, I'm going to get right into it. I did a training call with my team on Monday. And on Monday, I was speaking to them about belief. I was speaking to them about believing. And we have to really, really realize that where we are in life and where it is that we aspire to be will be literally based off of our belief or the lack thereof. And when we live in a world and a society that is so enamored by creating stories and making you believe their stories, we then have to realize that, hey, am I living my life based on what someone else has portrayed to me or what it is that I actually want? And believing is literally what is going to catapult your life into where you are now, into what it is that you actually desire. And we, people who actually were taught as children to believe, right? Inspired to believe, encouraged to believe, we lose that as adults because somehow we were now told, well, we have to be realistic, right? You have to be realistic. You have to be able to, do what you have to do as an adult. Believing is for children. And the truth is that is a lie, right? There is magic in believing. And so when we realize that our power is in our belief, we then realize we can create what we want based off of the beliefs that we currently have. Everything in life is based off of a belief system. The truth is most of us don't realize it. We're just operating under it. And so we're believing something. Even the atheist believes in something. The fact that the atheist does not believe in a God is a belief. And so we have to really now become conscious of what we are believing and how to really channel our belief so that way we utilize our belief to be the tool that brings us what we want in life. Believing is the only thing that is going to get you what you want or do the opposite. And so then when we realize that our belief is that magic that brings us to what we want, we then have to realize, well, how do we build our belief? How do we create our belief? And what are the beliefs that we currently have? And so with believing, it taps into a couple of different things. There's the belief that your conscious mind has, and then there's the belief that the subconscious mind has, right? And so just like in psychology, where we're taught that we are created by, or we create our patterns by our environment, the nature and nurture, is the same thing that happens with your belief. Your belief most likely was created based off of your environment, based off of the people that were in your environment, your family, the patterns that they had, the pathologies that they had, that they believed in, that they passed down onto you. And so if the belief that you currently have or beliefs that you currently have are not creating what you actually want, you then have to challenge those beliefs. See, I had to challenge the beliefs that I was carrying all my life when I realized that those beliefs did not necessarily align with what it is that I said I wanted. And then when I realized I could challenge my beliefs, I could create new beliefs, I started seeing a difference in my life. I started seeing things change. I started seeing what I actually wanted based off of my beliefs, based off of me believing. I remember the old Ronald McDonald commercial. And in that, there was a song. It was like, "Do you believe in magic? And I hope you do." And then there was something else that said, "You get to see what you expect," or something like that. And so, as a child, it's exciting. Yes, you believe in magic. You think magic is this big, little show with a rabbit coming out of a hat, and all these different things, right? And so, it's exciting as a child to believe in magic. It's exciting as a child to have this great, grand imagination. But that's the same thing that we need to have today as adults. The big grand imagination, believing in magic, right? Knowing that the magic in believing is creating what we want. Everything that I have been able to accomplish in my life thus far has only been because of God and me believing that it could happen. Not having any real reason to know that it actually could, but me believing in it made it happen. And the same goes for you. Whatever you want, regardless of what you see happening right now in your life, can all change based off of the beliefs that you create for yourself. Removing the limiting beliefs that may keep you bound, that tell you can't do something, that tells you, well, I have to have this in place before that happens. That's not true. That's a story you told yourself. That's a story somebody else told you. Tapping into believing changes absolutely everything. See, the powerful thing about belief and believing is that it does not have to be logical. Believing does not have to be logical. It does not have to be 1 + 1 = 2. Belief just is. In fact, let me give you guys a definition of magic, right? Because I wanted to have this definition of magic here because there is magic in believing, right? And when you hear that, some people get kind of scared about magic, and you hear, especially if you're a Christian, like, oh, she's believing in magic. What's she talking about? Well, do you even know what the definition of magic is? Right? Do you know what it is? Because we have all this wrong information that people have told us. We have all these wrong ideologies that someone else created from a lack of information, a lack of their own, ability to say what something is. And we've adopted these beliefs, we've adopted these ways of living based off of someone else, and it's not even true. So, what is the definition of magic? Well, it says the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. The power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. Well, this is the thing, right? I'm supernatural. I am supernatural. I'm not just a mere human, right? I'm a spirit that lives in a body that has a soul. I'm a spirit that lives in a body that has a soul. We are gods here on the earth. We are the extension of God on the earth, made in his image, made in his likeness. So we are spirit first, and then we're human. So that means we are supernatural, right? So the definition of magic is the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. What is your supernatural force? Prayer, speaking words, right? When God wanted to create the universe, when he wanted to create earth, what did he do? He spoke. He spoke and then it was. Supernatural force. So if magic is a supernatural force, that means the supernatural force of believing creates the life that I actually want. The supernatural force in believing creates the life that I actually want. So regardless of what is shown before me, regardless of what the facts may say, my supernatural force in believing creates what I want. But now this is the thing, because If you're not conscious of what's being thrown at you, your ear gate, your eye gate, the words that come out of your mouth, you then allow other people to create your belief. If you're constantly watching the news, constantly watching CNN, constantly watching all the negative things that are out there, you then try to figure out, well, why is that you're always in fear? Why do you have all this anxiety? Why are you so afraid to do anything? Because all you do is allow negative information to be deposited into you through your eye gate, your ear gate, and now all you have is a whole bunch of fear. Now you're afraid to go out. You're afraid to start this business. You're afraid to do this. You're afraid to do that. I'm afraid to love again. You're afraid of all these things because all you're doing is allowing the wrong information to be deposited into you. And now you've believed it. See, that's the problem. You believed what they said. And because you believed what they said, you had exactly what they said. See, believing works both ways. You can have it for the good or you can have it for the bad. The choice is yours. I choose to believe the greater things in life. I choose to believe what God says about me. I choose to believe that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I choose to believe that 1,000 shall fall to my left and 10,000 on my right, but it shall not come nigh my dwelling. I choose to believe that I have the ability to get wealth and therefore I am wealthy. I choose to believe that I can have whatever I say. I choose to believe that I speak, therefore it is. I choose to believe that I can create what it is that I want to create. Therefore, I have accomplished it. And because of that very reason, I make it my business to be intentional as to what it is that I'm watching, what it is that I'm hearing, the conversations that I engage in, the people that I allow in my circle of influence, because they are influencing me one way or another, and me vice versa. So if you're not someone who is about positivity, if you're not someone that's about going out there and creating the life you desire, if you're not someone that goes and makes things happen, you're not going to be in my circle. Why? Because we are influencing one another. We will become one another, right? Scientifically, if I am in the room with you, do you know that our brain waves can match? So it goes further than just saying, oh, you are just who you or hang around with, not just because of what they believe and how they move, but literally scientifically, our brain waves will match. So because of that reason, you have to be extremely intentional about who you're around and who you allow to deposit in your area. Some people may call you funny and God bless them. They don't understand. I know folks call me funny. I don't care. Because there's too much on the line to allow a crack to slip in. And before you know it, you're dealing with all these emotions, all these thoughts, and you're trying to figure out, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so depleted? Why do I feel so, unenthusiastic? What's going on? You've allowed a crack to slip in. Somebody else's belief is trying to take over yours. Someone is sowing seeds. See, this is the thing about sowing seeds. They could be so discreet, right? And it all happens with a suggestive thought. Because let's go back to the garden for a moment. When the enemy came to Eve, he didn't come boldly saying, girl, listen, you need to come eat this tree right now because God is hiding some stuff from you. So you better come eat this tree so you could become like him because he's lying to you. No, he didn't do that. What did he do? He came with a suggestive thought. He came to bring forth question. He came with doubt. Did God really say? Can you not really eat of this truth? Are you really not like him? Now the doubt comes. Now she's out here thinking like, did he say, am I? I'm not even really sure. I think the suggestive thought, the seed was sown. The seed was sown to bring the doubt because he knew that the doubt could come there and would eradicate the belief that was already sown. And so it is with your life. So it is with your life. You really sure you could do that business? I mean, are people really going to buy that from you? I mean, so many people already doing that. I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, I know you could do it and everything, but I just know, I don't know, girl. I mean, but here they come with that suggestive thought to bring forth doubt, to bring forth question, so that your belief is now attacked. Because once your belief is attacked, you now give way for the enemy to do whatever he wants. But if you guard your belief, like you would a baby, a newborn baby, if you guard that, oh no, did you wash your hands? Wait, did you? No, my baby was just born, so we can't allow you to be. Oh no, did you quarantine? When you're that protective of your belief, no one can come and bring forth that doubt. No one can come and bring those seeds because you've guarded your belief. And so you have to be so intentional, but not only the seeds that other people sow into your life by the words that they speak, but by the words that you are speaking. Being so emotional that you speak how you feel. If how you feel is contrary to the truth, you better not open up your mouth. If what you feel is contrary to your truth, do not open your mouth. Because when you speak what you believe with the vibration, with the force in that, you will create that seed faster than all the other seeds that you've been saying, hoping that it come to pass. So being mindful of your own words, the vibration in which you speak the words, the belief behind your words makes that much of a difference. Believe and it is so. Believe and it is so. The work has already been finished. The work has already been finished. Everything that you want, everything that God has promised you is already done. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Everything that God has already called and spoken over your life is already done. He is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So it's already a finished deal, the done deal. I have already given you all things that pertain unto life and godliness. It's already done. So how do we get it? Through your belief, by tapping into the frequency of where your promise is, by being consistent in what you're believing. I was sharing with my team on Monday how a few years ago, I was going through a really tough time. And everything around me seemed contrary to what God had shown me, what my purpose was, the things that I was supposed to be doing. It seemed contrary. And in that time, I would faithfully, every single day, especially during my time I would have lunch, I'd be watching a video with Les Brown. And I would watch it, building my belief up, because I already knew that I had to start believing something contrary to what I was feeling, contrary to what I was seeing. And I hope y'all are sharing this video. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish. And so as I was watching his videos every single day, I would say to myself, I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet him one day. Then it went from, I'm going to meet him one day to, I'm going to work with him one day. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work with him. And then it was like, well, I'm going to travel and speak with him and for him. I'm going to do that. Now, let me tell you something. I was in the country mountains of the Poconos. There was absolutely no way. Thank you, Sakita. There was absolutely no way in this world that it was logical for me to meet Les Brown. Thank you, Tasha. There was no way in this world that it was logical. Okay, I had no connections. I didn't know anybody that knew him. How the heck was he going to find me in the country mountains of the Poconos? Like, how? It made no sense. But I said it and I believed it. I saw it and it was done. 1 year later, type in 1 year later. 1 year later, if even that, I met him. Not only did I meet him, thank you, Miss Carolyn, I end up being his protege and traveling and speaking across the country with him. What made that happen? My belief. I believed I would. I did not look at my situation. I didn't sit here and say that, oh my gosh, I'm in the mountains. This can't happen. I don't know him. I don't know. I believed, and therefore it was. I believed, therefore it was. Your belief is the magic. You believing is the supernatural force that creates, that influences and creates what you want. Everything that you want right now is contingent on you believing, building up your belief. So how do you build up your belief? You find the things, you expose yourself to your truth. You expose yourself to what you want. So if your goal is millionaire status, you watch other millionaires. You watch their behaviors. You watch their lifestyle. You read the books they read. And you build yourself up. And what happens when you see that? What happens when you expose yourself? Your belief grows. It now becomes more realistic to you. Because if something seems far-fetched, you're like, well, that happened to them. Well, they had this and they had that, or they had that person. No, you believe, you watch, you keep watching. And the more you watch it, the more seeds are being sown into you. The more you start believing it, the more you start feeling it. See, feeling is very important. Feeling is very important. And why is feeling important? Because feeling takes your belief to that next level. If you could feel something, it becomes real to you, right? Well, this is the thing. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is fake. The subconscious mind only operates off of what you tell it to operate, the programming that has been there for years. And so as you're feeling, your subconscious mind sees it as truth. And as you're doing that, your feeling creates it. The subconscious mind says it's true. So now the subconscious mind finds ways for it to be created. Just like when you're sleeping and you're having a dream. And in that dream, you're running, you're sweating, you're running. And then you wake up and your heart is beating and you're gasping for air. You're sweating in real life. Did you run anywhere? Were you running anywhere in real life? No, you weren't. But the subconscious mind says it's true. So you feel it. Your body begins to sweat. Your heart begins to race faster, bringing it into reality. So what if you use that same strategy, that same tool to believe you're rich? That same tool to believe you've changed the lives of people around the world? To believe that your name has been made great? What if you use that same tool to create the body you actually desire? What if you use that same tool to believe you're already married happily to an amazing man or woman? What if you use that same tool to see those commas in your bank account? See, it's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Believing. Believing creates what you want. Guarding your belief, not allowing anyone to speak contrary to what you are believing for. I am quick to rebuke you in a minute. In a second, rather. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Period. And if you come contrary to that, you're done. No grace. You're done. Period. Because what you're not going to do is come and try to sow that seed in my ground. Not at all. Not at all. And as I continue to build and protect, my belief grows, it flourishes, right? The words that I speak create my belief. The words that I speak bring to fruition. When I was before I moved into the apartment that I live in now, I saw it and I said, I'm going to move there. Now, this is a luxury New York City apartment that was just built. No one had lived in my apartment at all. No one had lived in the building at all. There was a long waiting list. People wanted to be there. And I said, I'm going to move here. This is where I'm going to live there. Now, y'all, it seemed far-fetched, but I believed. I believed. And that was done. You know, Bishop Eddie Long used to say all the time, what do you used to say that I believe it, that settles it. Amen. That's it. I believe it, that settles it. Amen. Your belief is your currency. Believing is your currency. Right? But now let's talk about something. Because now that you believe, you have to break down what that is, right? See, I like to break down words. And being someone who's a writer, words mean different to me, right? I'm very intentional about my words. And I love to look at definitions. I love to break down things. So when you look at the word belief, right? When you look at the word belief, there are 3 other words in this word, right? And so when you are believing, when you are tapping into a belief, when you believe something, you must first be. What is it that you say you are believing for? What is it that you desire? Whatever that thing is, you must be that now. Not when it manifests, not when you have the confirmation of others. You believe it now. You are it now. If I am believing to be whole and healed, I am healed now. That means I don't go walking around talking about how sick I am. I don't go walking around talking about I don't know if I'm going to make it. I am healed now. I operate as if I am healed now. If I say that I am a multi-millionaire, I am a multi-millionaire now. You be that person now. I don't go look and say, oh, I can't afford that. Would a multi-millionaire say I can't afford that? No. You must be what you believe now. Conducting yourself as if now. If you say you want to be married, you are a wife now. Not when he shows up, not when the ring is on your finger, but you are wife now. So you conduct yourself as such now. Who are you being? Who do you show up as? I don't wait for the affirmations of others to be. I am because God is. I am because God is. I am because God is. I feel that. I don't know if y'all feel that, but I feel that. I am because God is. I am, and you fill in the blank. You fill into the blank to whatever that I am is. You be that now. Can't nobody tell me I am not. Period. I am an amazing multimillionaire that changes lives around the world. My name is great around the world. Billboards have my face and name on it around the world. Lives are being changed around the world because I am. I am a crown diamond at Tava. That's not waiting for anyone else to realize that. I already am. I be that now. Now, the next word in believe is the lie. And this is where it gets really, really exciting, right? Because the lie can either be what you're currently seeing, right? Because what you're currently seeing, if it is not the promise, it is a lie. If what you're currently seeing in your life is not the promise, it is a lie. So you can choose to be the lie that you're seeing. You can choose to be the lie that you're seeing, or you can choose to be the lie of the eve of your promise. This is good. You can choose to be the lie of the eve of what you're believing for. What does that mean, Sharita? Well, what does eve mean? The day before. You have Christmas Eve. What is Christmas Eve? The day before Christmas. What is New Year's Eve? The day before New Year's Day. Well, what is the eve of your breakthrough? What is the eve of your multimillionaire status? What is the eve of your marital status? What is the eve of your healing the day before it manifests? Will you be the lie that you see, or will you be the lie of the eve of your blessings? What will you be? Will you be the lie that you see? Your bank account looking negative? Your body not where you wanted to see physically? Or will you be the lie of your eve of millionaire status? Will you be the lie of your healing manifested? Will you be the lie of the amazing marriage? Will you be the lie of the lies that are screaming your name around the world in stadiums because you've changed their lives? Will you be the lie of your best-selling book and you being on tour, signing your autograph? I remember this. When I was in high school, I used to constantly be practicing my signature, right? I used to be constantly practicing my signature. And I would always say that I'm doing this because one day I'm going to be this famous singer, right? Back then it was being a famous singer. And that's still going to happen, right? It's still going to happen. And so I remember one year we were signing yearbooks and I had my signature on all my friends' yearbooks. And I said, you watch, or something like that, or watch for me, or you'll watch, something to that effect. But I would always practice my signature. Now, fast forward like 10 years later, that signature that I thought would be on CDs was on best-selling books. I need y'all to get this. I was being, prior to it even happening, I would practice my signature because I knew people would want my autograph. I need y'all to get this. I was practicing my signature because I knew people would want my autographs. Years later, I have autographed books of 2 best-selling books. Sing my signature when no one knew who I was. But I believed in the eve of my breakthrough. I believed in the eve of my success. I believed in the eve that people would want to have my signature. Be the lie of the eve that you want. Don't be the lie that you're seeing if it's contrary to what you want, but be the lie of the eve of your breakthrough. Be the lie of the eve of the manifestation of what you say you want, of the manifestation of what God has promised you. You be that lie now. Because the longer you do it, the more you do, the more tenacity, the more boldness, the more belief, the more feeling you have, that eve becomes the day. Oh my God. Yes, Lord. That eve becomes the day. That eve becomes the day, and then it is in the natural realm. Manifested what you've known for years, what you felt for years, what was spoken of your life for years. I'm telling you, I get so excited. I get so excited because everything that I've said is manifesting. And y'all will see it. You'll see it and you could go back and say, I remember when Sharita said that. I remember when. And then it manifested. See, some people are waiting for other people to come in agreement with them. So many people are waiting for someone else to affirm who you are. Mm-mm. I am because God is. I am because God is. I don't wait for the affirmation of man. I don't wait for the applaud of man. I don't wait for my situation to show me what I want. No, 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 no. I create. I am because God is. And I use my words to create what I want. I use my thoughts, my imagination. Man, your imagination is pivotal and super imperative to creating what you want. Living in your imagination. Living in your imagination brings it to fruition. Let me tell y'all, I've always been a daydreamer. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. And I believe it, Angela. That's why I rock with you, because I know. I know. I live in my imagination. I really do. That's why when I speak, the people that know me, they're trying to figure out, okay, Sharita. My sister would always be like, Sharita, did this happen yet? Or is this your faith? There's no difference. There's no difference. There is no difference between my faith and the actual tangible manifestation. There is no difference. It already is. You're waiting for the revelation. You're waiting to see it. It's already done. Did this happen yet, Sharita? What do you mean, did it happen yet? Of course it did. Of course it did. It happened when I said it was going to happen. It happened when I saw it. It happened before I even was. That's how deep it is. I live in my imagination. So the things that I've already seen, already done. I'm always thinking. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking and I'm always dreaming. That's why people like, where's she at? Is she dazed out? I see something so different. I see something entirely different. There's a world that is present in my mind that others haven't been privy to yet. And as you watch, you'll find yourself in the vision if you so choose. But I'm somewhere totally different. I mean, when I say I'm somewhere totally different, I mean I'm somewhere totally different. And this is what it means when the word says, be in this world, but not of it. That does not just mean don't drink, don't have sex before marriage. That doesn't mean, no, that means be in it, but not of it, because you have the ability to create your own world. You have the ability to create your own world. My reality is just that, my reality. No one else can create my reality but me. I create my reality. I create my reality. Therefore, I create my world. I create my world. And the moment you realize you create your world, you'll stop allowing outside voices and outside facts to keep you subjected to the opinions of others. You have your own world to create, and you are responsible for creating that world, right? You are responsible for creating that world. So, what is the world you're going to create, right? What is the world you're going to create? I've created a world of impact, of influence. I've created a world of opulence, a world of luxury, a world of abundance, a world of wholeness, a world of freedom, a world of choice, a world of healing and wholeness, a world of restoration. I've created a world of everything that I actually want. Praise God. Thank you, Angela. I create my world, and so do you. You are creators. You are creators made in the image. You look like God. You look like God. When I show up, people see God. That's not blasphemy, that's the word. When I show up, people see God. I'm made in his image and in his likeness. I could do everything God does. That's a higher consciousness of believing. That takes some boldness. That takes some tenacity to even believe and say some stuff like that. But you know what? It's in the book that many of you read and believe, or say you believe. We say we believe, but our life shows us otherwise. Right? So today, I charge you to tap into the magic of believing, the supernatural force that will influence what you actually want. Being the lie of the Eve of what you say you want to manifest. Today, right now, being present tense, whatever it is that you say you want, attracting what you want. And that's how you attract it, by being. You attract by what you want by being. That's how it works. Because I am, I attracted. See, as I mentioned before, everything is already done and it lives in a certain frequency. And so the more I tap into that, it comes closer. I bring it from the spiritual world into the natural. I'm bringing it in. I'm bringing it in. I'm bringing it in. I tap into its truth, knowing that it's right here, it's mine. I believe it, I feel it, then I see it. That's a whole different course. You know what? I may do a course on this soon. If you guys would be interested in the course and us deep diving into this belief and manifesting, let me know, and I may consider doing that. So I'm telling you, I'm so grateful because I've manifested so many things in my life that literally, if I was going based off of the natural, it made no sense at all. It seemed impossible. But I'm bold enough to believe in the impossible. Because the truth is, all things are possible to what? To those that believe. Sakita says yes. Let me see. If I get about 10 people to say yes, I might do it. All things are possible. Okay, Miss Carolyn said yes, so that's 2. We need 8 more people. That's 3. Sri Leon University, I like that. Come on here, Tasha. That's 3. All right, we need 7 more people. Get 7 more people, we're going to make it happen. All things are possible to them that believe. All things are possible to them that believe. So listen, y'all, I'm super ecstatic because there's so many amazing things that are happening, that have happened, and they're working for our good. Choose to have what you say and to ensure that what you say is in direct alignment with what you want. Period. Don't you dare say anything that is contrary to what you want. That's a discipline that you're going to have to learn and be very, very, very protective over, right? It's already done. It's already done. And because it's already done, it gets attracted to you. And before you know it, the things just align. Forget the how. The how doesn't matter. The how does not matter. Period. The how does not matter. Focus on it being done, and literally everything comes into play. Everything. So listen, if you want to join my BAM Boss movement and you want to know more about what that is, how we are creating a life that looks like a movie where we didn't come to play games, but we came to change lives, you need to get in my inbox now. If you're watching from YouTube, email SharitaLeon@gmail.com or find me on Facebook and inbox me, and I'll share with you how we are changing lives and how we've partnered with a vehicle to allow us to create the additional streams of financial freedom for others and the masses. Get in my inbox and I'll share with you how. I thank you all for watching. Make sure you share once again. And I thank y'all. Have an amazing day. Until next time, only believe. I tell y'all this every day. Only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, everybody.
I'm a millionaire. money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money. Get your money.